Welcome to the demo video for the Total Music 2 module for AMX by Rocket GUI. This is Rocket GUI's second version of this module, and the purpose of the module is to give integrators a way to provide their customers access to all kinds of music using Squeezebox clients by Logitech. The module supports up to 8 clients, so you can have up to 8 individual streams of music for independent zones that you want to be able to listen to different things. A lot of integrators just use a single Squeezebox and share it throughout the house, or you can use a couple, but it will support up to 8. New to this version of the module is that it has a new interface, and also it doesn't require the use of Squeezebox server any longer for much of the music capability. If you don't use Squeezebox server with the module, then the limitations are that you can't play locally stored music, so music that's stored on a hard drive with iTunes or Windows Media or however, and it also doesn't store or recall custom playlists. That capability is only available with Squeezebox server. So we've created a temporary page for entering the module. When you integrate the Squeezebox, the Total Music module in your project, you will obviously enter it in a way that works with how you like to design your interfaces. But I'm going to go ahead and hit the enter button. This is the now playing page of the module. So you can see across the top we have a now playing button, which always takes you to this page of what's currently playing. Music button for selecting what music that you want to listen to. We've also included a zone button in here, which gives you a zone menu for supporting up to 8 independent zones. Based on your configuration and how you do your touch panels, you probably will delete that button and just create automatic selection of zones, and we provide an easy way for you to do that within your code. So, and then of course volume for selecting volume, and this adjusts the volume on the Squeezebox itself, but you can easily change it so that the Squeezebox is at a fixed volume, and that this volume adjusts the specific zone volume for the zone you're in. So. And then of course the exit button to get out of the module, and you can have that exit button go to whatever page in your project that you want it to. Along the bottom there's a Q button. When you press the Q, it shows you what's currently in the play queue list, and you can navigate that, and there's options in here for saving queue. Now that would save the queue to a playlist if you have Squeezebox server. If you don't, that button will be grayed out if you're not using Squeezebox server, because you can't save playlists. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this and go right into our music selections. Now, my music would be your locally stored music if you have Squeezebox server utilized with it. Otherwise, you have access to just what's in My Apps and Internet Radio, and then of course you can save favorites in the favorites category. So I'm going to go ahead and hit My Music, which would be my local music storage, and as you can see I have a number of options here to choose from. I can hit Artists, and then I can scroll down and choose from all of the artists that I have in my music collection. I can hit that ABC button allows me to jump to a specific letter in the list. So if I wanted to go to Jackson Browne, for example, so I can also go to My Music and I can do a search. So for example, let's say I wanted to listen to The Cars. It finds The Cars, and then I have some options here. I can either play all of the Cars, or I can view to see what albums I have available, and then I can choose a specific album, and add it to my favorites, add it to my currently playing queue, or I can just press play and it replaces the queue with that album. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that, And then I'm going to go back to music, and this button right here is my home button, so that button always takes me back to my home music menu. So I'm going to go and hit my apps, and this shows me all the apps that I have available, and in this case I have quite a few here. Via the mysqueezebox.com account of your customer, they can manage what apps they want to show up in here, what apps they actually have accounts for, and so on. So as you can see, I can hit Pandora, and then from my Pandora menu, I can view what stations I currently have in Pandora. I can create a new station. I'm going to go ahead and hit Your Stations, and this shows me all the stations that I have within my Pandora account. Automatically imports them, and so I can hit, for example, Billy Squire Radio, and because it's internet radio, it'll take a few seconds to queue up, but there we go. So I just skipped to the next song. Under my playback options here, I can give this song a thumbs up or thumbs down. So I'm going to go back to my music menu. Neat feature is that it tracks your status, or I guess your navigation through the menuing system. So I can go, if I hit the back button, it just takes me to my Pandora menu again. So I'm going to create a new station. Let's say I want Bob Dylan radio station. There's Bob Dylan, and now I have it automatically added Bob Dylan radio to my Pandora stations. There it is right there. So I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to hit my apps, and I'm going to go to Rhapsody. If you're not familiar with Rhapsody, it's a really neat service for a low monthly fee. I think I pay $12 a month. I have access to tens of thousands of music tracks. You can find pretty much anything on here, and so you can go, for example, and look at top artists. Lady Gaga, and when I drill down into Lady Gaga's albums, I basically see all the albums that are available from her. So, hit this one. Then I also have access to internet radio, and this is just general internet radio, but as you can see, there's different categories that I can view, and I can also search. So if I'm looking for radio stations in a specific town or a specific genre, I can go and search there. I can also look at local music, or excuse me, local radio stations, and for example, 1000 Como News.
A way out of poverty for me and my family, for good.
So
this is America. This is America. Together, we can do so much.
So that's it. That's the Total Music 2 module for AMX. Thanks for watching.